Dear students, a very good morning to all of you, and a warm welcome to the another episode of our Gift of Magi, the third lesson. So, let's begin. Before that, I would like to congratulate our dear Joel, for he has delivered a beautiful a speech on our Independence Day. And as he has told at the end of the speech, let us all wear mask when we go out or in the house. Then try to sanitize your hand. Then wash your hands. Be at the pink of health, okay, so that you can learn better, you can prepare well for the exam, write the assignments, writing the copy, you can do everything well, okay. So be at the pink of your health. Then today we will continue with our lesson. Now we have seen how Della was preparing herself to buy a beautiful gift for Jim, but the money was insufficient, only $1.87. And we have learned about the Dellingham's house, their flat, and the poor condition of it, and their poverty. Everything we saw in the previous lesson. But they had two precious possessions. One was the hair of Della. The other one was the beautiful watch of our Jim. So, gold watch, so which was presented to Jim by his forefathers. Okay, now we will continue. Now Della is remaining in front of the long mirror and looking her beauty, enjoying her beauty and seeing her hair and everything. So now our Della got an idea by remaining in front of the mirror. We are going to see that. So now Della's beautiful hair fell about her, rippling and shining like a cascade of brown waters. Dear students, this question was asked in the previous SSLC exam, which was written by our second batch. Okay, so to what Della's hair was compared? So this one is the answer is here. It was shining like a cascade of brown waters. If you write like that, you get 1 mark. So it was a question asked from within the text. So that is why I told you have to read the text many times. It reached below her knee and made itself almost a garment for her. So imagine how long was her hair, how thick was it, how shining was it. It was like a cascade, a waterfall. It's like of the brown waters. You know, that color of the water would be like brown. So very nice. It was like a garment, it was like cascade of brown waters and all those things. Then it was almost like a garment for her. It was something like garment for her. What was it like for her? It was like a garment for her. And then she did it up again nervously and quickly. So she again took the hair up and put it down like that. So it fell like a cascade, a waterfall. So and it decorated her like a beautiful garment. Once she fluttered for a minute, and stood still while a tear or two splashed on the worn red carpet. So some idea came to her head, and looking at her hair, 2 drops of tears came out of her eyes. That means some painful decision she is going to take. Okay. Now 11th paragraph. On went her old brown jacket. On went her old brown hat, with a whirl of skirts and with the brilliant sparkle still in her eyes. She fluttered out of the door and down the stairs to the street. Now, the way she came out of the house and went to the street, that is being explained there. So she wore a brown jacket and a brown hat with a beautiful skirt, and there was a sparkle in her, still in her eyes. So with a sparkle in her eyes, because that shows some idea is there in her eyes, in her mind, she fluttered, she ran out, she came out of the door and down to the stairs. She came, they must be living in upstairs, and came down the stairs to the street. She went to the street. So now she has reached the street, and where she stopped, the sign read Mam Sofroni, Madam Sofroni, hair goods of all kinds. So she stopped just in front of a hair shop, where hair is being sold, and where you can buy hair, all those things. You can buy different kinds of hair there, and you can sell your hair also there. So hair goods of all kinds. One flight up, Della ran into that particular shop and collected herself, panting. So she ran into that house, stormed into that house, and asked, "Ma'am," she was panting, means she was running, no, isn't it? So, madam, how she was looking like? She was large, too white, chilly, hardly looked the Sofroni. So the name of the person, the owner was Sofroni, and she was very large lady, white, chilly, hardly looked Sofroni. Then Della asked, "Will you buy my hair?" So an annotation could be this one. "Will you buy my hair?" asked Della. "I will buy hair," said madam. "Take your hat off and let's have a sight at the looks of it. So you please remove your hat so that I can see your hair." 15th. Down rippled the brown cascade. Again, that comparison is brought in. Just like a brown waterfall, it fell from her hair, from her head to down. Then madam told, $20, said madam, lifting the mass with a practiced hand. So the madam took the hair in her hand, like she is very much practiced lady. So she took the hair and told our Della, it is worth $20. 17th paragraph. "Give it to me quick," said Della. "Now you take the hair and give me that $20. "Give it to me quick," said Della. Oh, and the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. So just making a metaphorical usage here. So next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. That means it was the time was going, the precious time, the preciousness of the time is being shown there. Forget the harsh metaphor. You forget about that metaphor. She was ransacking the stores for Jim's present. So now she was searching for, ransacking for Jim's present in various stores. 19th paragraph. She found it at last. At last she found one beautiful gift, which will be worthy of Jim's honor. It surely had been made for Jim and no one else. So she believed, by seeing that particular gift, she just told to herself, this is made only for Jim. Such an elegant gift it was. There was no other like it in any other stores. There was no other such gift in any of the other stores she has visited. And she had turned all of them inside out. She had she was searching for that beautiful present which will be worthy of Jim, and she used to put everything inside out. Now she found it, and now she is looking a close look at it. It was a platinum fob chain, simple and chaste in design, properly proclaiming its value by substance alone and not by meticulous ornamentation, as all things should do. So it was a beautiful platinum fob chain. It was a watch chain. It was very simple and beautiful looking, and it was a chaste in design. That means a perfect design. Very nice decision. Very authentic design. Properly proclaiming its value. So it was by seeing itself, you could predict its value. It was such a beautiful gift. It was attractive not by meticulous ornamentation. So no, it was not because of the design that it is perfect. Its value is not considered by the meticulous or the cheap decoration or anything over that, but its value is in its substance. It's made by platinum. So that is very nice, very worthy. It was even worthy of a watch. So even the chain was worthy of a watch. It was such a beautiful, elegant gift. As soon as she saw it, she knew that it must be Jim's. So by seeing itself, when you go to some gift shop and all, when you see some gift, you may think, I should buy this one for that particular person. Okay, so that suits for Jim very well. It was like him. So now she is comparing this particular fob chain with the personality of Jim. It was like Jim, quietness and value. So Jim was also a quiet person, and his value cannot be predicted. The description applied to both. To both we can apply these descriptions, the quietness and the value. $21 they took from her for it. So the shop owners took $21 for it. And she hurried home with 87 cents. So she had 87 cents left in her pocket, but her hair is no more there. Hair is cut. The beautiful brown cascade like hair is being cut. With that chain on his watch, Jim might be properly anxious about the time in any company. So whenever by wearing the watch with this platinum fob chain, when Jim goes to meet his friends or to go for a meeting, he will be anxious that others will see and recognize it, and he will think that, oh my goodness, now how great this fob chain is. All are looking at my watch. And if I were to wear the old that leather watch strap, that leather strap, nobody will look at it because the watch is very good, but the leather strap doesn't suit it. But now it would be Jim will be very much proud about having such a wonderful chain that suits his gold watch, which was given to him by his forefathers. So now Jim will be extremely happy, and he will be ever grateful to me. Della was thinking that way. Okay, now we will see the rest of the story in the next class. So wish you everything best. Read the text maybe 2, 3 or 4 times and try to learn the lesson well. I will post the question answers. That link I will provide in the at the end of the class. You can look at it and write down all the question answers. First you write down the title of the lesson, then write the name of the author, then write the glossary, then write the question answers 1, 2, 3 like that. So I will provide the link of the question answers as next post. Open it and try to write and learn. Okay, God bless you all.